Welcome to PSGL Season 26, FP tier, round 13 at USA. I am your commentator Iron Neon, or as Jared Fosbury, as we have almost a full grid today, 19 drivers, as we are now going underway to get ready for qualifying at USA. Well, while we load in, it's taking a second. I think people are making their tyre choices and strategies. It looks like we're having clear skies in qualifying then, as we enable the telemetry, the tyres and everything. That said, we have 19 drivers today. Let's go to FP standings then. So the championship points leader at the moment is actually CC Brain in first place with 64 points to his name. He has a 6-point gap to Oogie. Three Gloves is in third with 57 points, tying with Dre, who's also here today, in fourth, and Cowboy, who had a DNF, same with Bugatti last weekend. Both have 56 points, and they are still in the championship fight, so it's actually 7... There's a lot of people still in this championship fight then in today's race, so it's going to be very interesting how the event does turn out, as we'll go on board with Ash, who is the first one to begin, who will be beginning a qualifying lap. That's going down a little straight as we have yellows. Is that a Williams spawn? That is Connor. Big C has spun it after he's gone to the hairpin. Don't understand how he's lost it. Maybe not used to the Williams, as Cal Manson has left the session, as he's just suddenly disappeared from the track altogether. Hopefully he can make it back. Now we will go on board with Ash, who begins his final lap, currently in 10th in the championship with 37 points. Has a bit of a lock up there into turn 1. So when he goes then, is approaching turn number 2 now. Through turn 3, now 4, now into 5, through 6, get it nice and right. There goes 5th gear for the extra turning. Ash really fighting that Haas, as it has been slowed down a little bit since the patch. It's still a decent car, and he's actually invalidated, so that's a shame for him, so he will not be setting a flying lap, as we go on board with Infinite, who is the next flying lap right now, who's actually the only one who's just behind Ash, actually, who's on a flyer, so let's see what he can do. People who are joining to watch the stream. Yellows again in sector 2, that's a Renault going slowly. I believe that is Sam, since Callum hasn't rejoined yet. As Infinite is purple in sector 2, but that's because nobody has set a lap time yet. As Game Freak is the only person actually out on medium tyres in the McLaren. As here comes Infinite then, as Big C has left the session. Hopefully he can now make it back to the lobby as soon as possible. As here comes Infinite then, to the line, DRS activated out of ERS, that's a 33.1. Is that good? Time will have to tell. As next we go on board with Greeny, who's actually about to finish his flying lap. Bit of a lock up there. Gets an okay exit, coming to the line, and it's going to be a 34.4, so it doesn't beat the fastest. And he's actually a second off. 1.2 to be exact. As, yep, 1.3 actually to be exact there. As he doesn't do well as Oogies. That's new fastest lap. Now he's 2.5 seconds off the leader. Oogie does a 31.859. Takes first place in the Ferrari. Good enough lap there as he lets the other Ferrari of 3 Gloves get ahead. As 3 Gloves isn't on a lap, he's actually gone off as someone's just improved, and that is AMS. AMS takes pole position with a 31.6. So good lap there from him, as we're going to go on board with Nanobecken, who is on a fly right now in the S section, where you're going to need all the downforce you can. And now going on the straight, where the big DRS zone is, as Cowboy is retired from the session. I don't know if he's had a polyban or something. Nanobecken is purple in sector 2 then, and he's struggling with the rear end a little bit, as Cam Anderson has rejoined the session, so could that be in him leaving because there's possible wet weather? Possibly. Or was that him just having the error code from PlayStation? Or Cody's. As he's now finishing his final lap in the rest point, Nanobecken is just keeps within track limits. And actually confirmation he had to reset his internet. So he is back then, as he's coming to the line. Nanobecken does a 31.825, takes second place currently in quali. The next driver we'll go on board with is Dre, currently entering sector 3. Obatu really struggling there in the brakes, having a bit of a lock up there, as he's purple in sector 2. As Dre comes to the line, does a 132.1, almost 400 bit tenths off, and it goes 4th quickest. As next up we will go on board with, if it actually lets me select people, we'll go on board with Duho, who's currently in the Mercedes, currently in 16th place in the lap time set. He is in the driver's standings. In Duho, where are you at? In 26th place, with only 1 point to his name. So he's looking to score some points for him today in USA in the Mercedes, as he's purple in sector 2 apparently, but can't really trust that because sometimes it can be wrong. As McLaren there of Game Freak moves out of the way, and he's decided to go on soft tyres instead of mediums. And we'll see what he does then to finish off the lap. Around kind of corner then, and here he comes. 34.3, goes 8th quickest, 2.7 seconds slower than the fastest lap time. As I wish it would stop like glitching out, it doesn't let me pick anybody. As we'll go on board with the championship points leader, CC, currently in 13th in the Williams, no lap time set. Purple in sector 1. Let's see how he can take the rest of the sectors and see how he can do on his flying lap. See if he can take pole position from AMS. It's yellows, that's racing point, slowing down to let the Red Bull through the S section, which is kind of weird place to let somebody go, but that's where you do it. CC then is going down the long straights, activating his DRS, using all the battery power he can, all the fuel and everything, flooring it down the straight, hitting the speed of 201 miles an hour into the braking zone he goes. Bit of a lock up there, actually a big lock up actually, to be fair. And you can see an Alfa Romeo ahead of him, so I'm guessing that is Greeny. It is Greeny since Tim's still in the pits. There's another lock up there on the left front. That was a big lock up. Oh no, no, CC's gone. CC is gone and he's round. He tried to fight it, but he went. And that's a shame for his qualifying lap as we have 9 minutes remaining of the session as we'll go on board with Ulrich Jr. Currently in 17th. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he's struggling up with the rear end there as well. As Game Freak says, new fast lap 31.420. Let's see what Ulrich Jr. can do. He goes third with a 1:31.7. Then AMS beats that. Sorry, not AMS. Sam actually beats that time. He does a 31.2. Sam then is first at 31.2 then, and he will be happy with that lap at the moment. As we're going to go on board with Big C, who has made it back into the session. Let's see what Big C can do then. He's going down to the hairpin where he spun earlier on when he was on a outlap. Hopefully he can't do that again. Gets an okay exit, goes up to 4th. Starts planning up the gears. Activating DRS. Ooh, Big C there having issues with the Williams. Yellows in sector 3, that is a Renault, I believe, going slowly. That might be a racing point, but here comes Big C then, he's coming to the line. What time will it be? It'll be 14th still, even with the lap time set. 3.2 seconds up the leaders. Ugi sets a new fastest lap time, 31.2. And good then, so Big C's lap time then was a 1:34.4, 10th off Juho there, so he will be laying in 14th at the moment. As we're going to go on board with Callum Anderson, who's actually running to the pit lane. Anyone actually on a flyer? No. But who's ahead out of Nano and Dre? Dre will be the next to start his flying lap, and probably, yeah, you still have enough time to do another one after this. 6 minutes remaining, plenty of time. And he decides actually to go in the pit lane, so his lap, he won't be doing a lap then, so I'm guessing he's going to wait. So Nano then will be next on a lap, as Greeny's done 5 laps on his softs. Don't think that's the best option to do, but who is that? That's Infinite. I am positive you're not allowed to give slipstream. He isn't on a lap, is he? He actually might be on a lap. And he got cheeky slipstream there. Infinite then in 10th place. 1.8 seconds off the leader at the moment. Well, qualifying leader. His fastest lap is a 1:33.1. So plenty of time to find. As both Red Bulls are 10th and 12th. I was going to say 11th then, but that's Greeny. As then takes the final corners. Zanabek will be getting a lap then, so we'll go on board with him next. But here comes Infinite. He does improve. There's a 31.9, 1.1 second improvement, but he did get slipstream. But it only gains him a couple of positions. Into 8th place he went then. As Zanabek then begins his flying lap, and Infinite needs to get out of the way. As he does, or yes, he does. Yes, out of the way then. A bit confused what he was doing, but then we're on board with Nanabek then as he takes the S section very quick there, goes to 7th, into 6th there, then into 5th to get the extra turn in, picks up the power, and is almost a 10th up in sector 1, goes to 2nd there, really revving out the gears. I don't think he was meant to go in 2nd, but he has to deal what he had to do there, as he's currently 7th, 6th off pole position. Ulrich Jr. in the other racing point is 5/10. So 1/10 could be ahead of Ulrich Jr., who's currently in 6th place. Let's see what Nana can do then. Down the straight. Let's see how much speed and time he can gain. As Mercedes actually on an outlap on medium tyres. That is Juho. So I believe he'll be starting his final lap on mediums then, as we have 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Znarvik is almost 2.5 tenths up there, so that could just be ahead of Ulrich, still not ahead of AMS. He needs to find a bit more time. Juho there gets out of the way. As here comes Nano then, down the right-handed corners as he comes into the double left-hander, goes to 5th gear, very close to track limits there. Now around the final corner, goes to 2nd, goes up to 3rd to get better traction, coming to the line, what time will it be? And it's 6th place with a 31.674. Lost a 10th alone in Sector 3, but 1.5 tenths up on his time and beats Ulrich Jr., who's currently now on an outlap. And I don't believe Nanabek will have enough time to do another flying lap after this, as we go on board with Juho, who's on medium tyres, locks up and goes very deep into the hairpin corner, currently 13th. Let's see what he can do on the medium tyre. Let's Juho then. See what he can do. As Big C is left again, having more issues. He needs to be quick. You can rejoin the race now, but he needs to be quick doing it. Ooh, bit of a wheel spin there from the Merc. It's 5 tenths down on his PB. So, is he actually doing a lap, or does he just want to be out there to go on a medium run? Because he ain't going to have enough time to come back in the pits and do another lap. So Juho needs to actually find time. Currently 5 tenths down. Next up we'll go on board with Dre, who's just behind him. See what Juho can do then. Round the final corner he's going then. Let's see what time he will do. He runs wide, and that's an invalidation. A 34.5, no improvement. Dre peels into the pits, and that's his lap over then, so he also invalidated. We'll go on board with Ulrich Jr., who's currently getting held by traffic. Sam needs to get out of the way, and he's just blocking him. That could affect Ulrich Jr.'s lap, and he may have to report it. But Sam was clearly not getting out of the way. CC's giving Ulrich Jr. slipstream. I thought slipstream was banned. You can't really give slipstream towards each other because it was unfair or something. But people are giving slipstream. As Ulrich Jr. then in 7th. Let's see what his sector time is. He's currently down by a couple hundredths. See what he does then through the next couple of corners. Around the final corner then he goes, up the 3rd, into 4th, to the line, and it's only a 10th improvement, but he goes 6th quickest, beats on the bacon there. As I go on board with Greeny, who's now on his flying lap. As Ulrich Jr. needs to get out of the way, he's gone completely off track, so it doesn't affect anybody. Yellow's in sector 1 and 3. I am guessing that's Bugatti. He's just moving out the way for outlaps. There's only 30 seconds remaining off the session. So, will people have enough time to do their flying laps? It's Callum Anderson still in 18th. No lap time set as Yellows again, and that is a racing point. I am guessing that's Ulrich Jr. moving out the way for everybody again. Trey has retired from the session. Happy with 10th at the moment. See what everybody else can do as Sam has closed up to the leader in quali, but it's 1600ths of a second. And qualifying has finished for Juho and Big C. AMS has also called it a day in quali. He's going to be in 5th, or he could be lower. So let's see what Grinny can do then. Let's see what time he's up. It takes 1.5 seconds, almost 1.6 seconds up on his time. There's plenty of time to find. He's really pushing the car now. He knows he can find more improvement in it to get up the field. As Gamebrink sets a new fast start, 131.1 goes 1st place. Wow, look how close the top 3 are. As right now then, we're going on board with Greeny, who's going to finish off his flying lap with 3 gloves, not that far behind. So let's see what 3 gloves can do as well. As Greeny then coming to the line, he's going to do a 1:32.6, goes 11th quickest. 3 gloves. Oh no, sorry, that was Oogie actually who takes pole position again, does 31.1 and 7,000 of a second there quicker than Game Freak, and then Sam answers and he takes first with a 30.837. 3 gloves then. Is he pitting? Yes he is, so he's backed off on his lap. What about Callum Anderson? Callum Anderson then in 18th, no lap time set. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what Callum can do then. As he's actually backed off his lap, so he will be starting 18th. As Dino then will be coming up to the line, activates DRS, and goes 5th quickest. 6/10 off the leader. He had 2.8 seconds improvement, and he will be happy with that. Where did Dino find this pace from? As the leader then is Sam Thompson in quali, with Oogie in 2nd, Game Freak at 3rd, and it was a close qualifying, and then Sam decided to pick up the pace and almost 3.5 tenths quicker than everybody else. Well then, here are your official qualifying results. Sam Thompson in the Renault, 30.8, almost 3.5 tenths ahead of Oogie. Oogie takes 2nd then, Game Freak 3rd, 3 goes 4th, Dino 5th, AMS 6th, Oogie Junior 7th, Nana Bacon 8th, Infinite 9th, Ash Best in 10th, better qualifying result since I've seen from him lately, Dre in 11th, Bugatti 12th, Greeny 13th, Tim 14th, Calmanson 15th, Duho 16th, Big C in 17th, and CC in 18th, no lap time set, same with Cowboy, no lap time set from him either. Well then, while we wait for people to pick up their setups, and the weather conditions look quite cloudy, and possibility of rain could be quite high, but it is Cody's, it could be literally pitch black and no rain, or it could just stay like this. So let's get on with the race as people are picking up their race strategies and fuel loads. Right now then. Oh, everyone should have picked their subs now. Yep, everyone has picked up their race strategies. And here's your pit stop, soft to hard. So it is a 1 stop or 2 stop, soft, medium. But I think soft hard is going to be the quicker strategy. Tyres, let's see what everybody's on. So then, the top 10 after saying the tyres they qualified on. However though, Dre on fresh mediums, and 11th the same with Bugatti in 12 fresh mediums. Greeny and Tim both in the Alfa Romeo, both on soft tyres. As then Cal Hansen in 15th, who actually did improve on his, who did actually do a lap time on mediums in 15th then. With Juho and Juho then in Mercedes also on medium, fresh medium tyres. Big C in 17th with a surprising soft tyre strategy, but maybe doing soft hard in 17th, with CC doing the different strategy of mediums, and then Cowboy in 19th on medium tyres as well. Well then, let's get on with the formation lap. Who do you guys think is going to win today? Do put your predictions down. My prediction is it's going to be, I think, Game Freaker, Oogie, and then 3 Gloves. I think they're going to be the top 3, and possibly Greeny for 4th. but anything can happen. As we're waiting for the guys to line up, taking the formation quite slowly actually. Good evening, Human Fish. It's good to see you here. Well then, as everyone's now come through the final couple of corners, no one has been disqualified luckily, so that's also good to see. But it's weird to see the Ferraris 2nd and 4th, especially with the patch. I'd expect them to see them 12th, 13th. Here is the lights then. We're to 5 red lights. And we're away for the USA Grand Prix. And it looks like Sam's had a shocking start. Actually, no, that's Ugi's who has had a shocking start. Look at 3 gloves now as we go 3 wide into turn 1 then. And hopefully the Ferraris don't come to blows or a bit of contact there, a bit of wheel banging. Oh, and there's, oh, who's that there? Is that Mr. Callum Anderson? I think it is. It is Callum. He's just completely gone off. And there's more contact ahead. That's Bugatti now into the wall. He's gone round. And there is chaos. And obviously there's a safety car. And absolute chaos already. And yeah, Bugatti somehow has no front wing. I've totally missed this. And why are people changing? Oh, for crying out loud. Why are people trying to overtake each other? Like, stay behind. Come on, guys should know the glitch. Seriously. What's going on? Big C doing it, kidding me. So, Big C's actually had a good start there. He was like 15th, 14th or 15th, and he's set 8th. No, you don't. Oh my god, what is going on? Just go. Penalties will be removed, I believe. And I have to get some 5 seconds. Oh my god, what is going on? This is penalty McGee. Oh god, there's going to be an absolute pile up in a minute. And Big C's round, and he's into the wall. I don't even know what happened there. Okay then. Has he been actually disqualified, or are we going to have a restart or something? What's going on here? What's happened to Big C's car? Oh, I think Connor's car's glitched. Well, that's just great, you know. And he's disqualified from the session for apparently legally blocking. He will not be happy with that. While we wait for the formation, well, safety car, I don't know what has gone on. What have we actually witnessed? 2 people already out of the race. phone decided to fall off. People asking for a restart, which won't actually be that bad, to be honest. It's absolute chaos, but it is up to the directors and everything like that, so. Yeah, I know what it's like, Amos. I know what it's like, man, honestly. The game is so broken. Right, I've just been invited from Greenie, even though Greenie left. Okay, so we are having a restart then. Sick. Lovely. So we will be having a restart, guys. Hold on, I'll just mute my mic until we get back into the lobby and get ready for the rest. I've been sick of the game, human, for, well, a month after it came out, maybe 3 weeks. It's the worst game they've made. I have a weird suspicion though that they've actually made it this bad, so that when it goes PS5, the next game probably like miles better. But you never know. Oh, we only have 17 now. We did have 19. Jeez, we have 16. Where is everyone? Where's the other 3 people? Who are we actually missing? We're missing, I'm guessing that's Oogie. So we're missing Oogie, we're missing Juho, and we're missing Tim. So that's what we're missing. So Oogie, Juho, and Tim. Now we have 15. Geez, drives are dropping like flies. What is going on? guess that was... Yeah, that is carnage gone. Now we're about 17 again. Is Oogie here? Yes, he is. Pixie's back. But we're missing a racing point. Where's Nano gone? Juho. Hang on a minute. Oh, still also missing Tim as well. So Nano and Tim are not here. Are we going? Or are we waiting? It looks like we are going then eventually with 18, so Tim will not be making the race, which is a shame. Well, let's get on with the race since hopefully we have no glitch with, yeah. Let's pray that nobody has a safety car again and causes a massive incident. No, I agree though, useless company indeed. Completely agree with you. Rather play Championship Edition. That was a great game. Well then, while everyone loads in again to pick up their strategies, the weather should be overcast or clear. Apparently, so. Yeah, that's also true. All Cody's care about is career mode and these esports guys. Don't get me wrong, the esports guys are good, but they should care also about multiplayer as well. But that's Cody's fear. After this PSGL FP, let's actually get on with the race. And then everyone has finally picked this up, and they'll begin in their formation lap. Well, everyone goes around the track. Everyone on the top 10 has started on the correct tyre, which is good. No change at the top 10 though. Only one guy on the softs this time instead of two. So, interesting. So Greeny actually went on mediums end this time. Oh, my prediction still stands. As I said earlier, who's going to win? Still interesting though that Connor's gone on soft tyres. It worked earlier, he was 8th from 16th or where he started. He's done softs, so that could actually help actually though, as well. But he's basically going to be like Carlos in Portuguese Grand Prix, where he's good at the start, but then eventually those softs are going to die out on that Williams, and then the mediums are going to start working. So Connor's going to be quick at the start, but then he's going to have to pray that there's either a safety car or he has a good pit stop and doesn't get held up, as Sam then is now going around the final corner to line up on the grid to get ready for the race. Sequence will be starting very shortly, as we've now got 5 red lights for the USA Grand Prix for PSGL FP tier, and lights out, and it looks like the Ferrari's still not had a good start again. Ugi just slowed down. Game Freak has had a great start though. We're going to have chaos in turn 1. We're going to go further down. No one's ghosting in this time. No one's going off the track sideways or anything like that, and no issues. Finally, so we're back on the way then. Sam in the lead, Game Freak is second, Ugi third, both Ferraris third and fourth, as we can see almost a 2 wide moment there with the Red Bull. I believe that's Infinite. Infinite is off the track, he needs to rejoin safely. Oh, he almost did straight on, he's hit CC, the 20 points leader, he's hit. He's got wing damage, I think. Is there wing damage? Yes, there is. He's missing an end plate on the right side, and that was Infinite's fault completely. He wasn't paying attention, didn't use his mirrors at all, and CC will be furious with that. However though, we've got Dino and Ash fighting for 7th place. Dino hasn't really got the best straight line speed in the world since he's in the Red Bull. He wished he'd be back in the Ferrari if it was still like that pace it was, but he's in the Red Bull. As you can see, another fight brewing behind between an Alfa Mate and an AlphaTauri. It's Dre and Greeny battling there for P12 as there's more action going on. Oh, I see wing damage in front of me, but I also see Greeny now challenging Big C. Greeny's absolutely dived it, and he's hit the racing point. I was a bit too ambitious for that dive there, Greeny. As Connor is now fighting his way through, and look at that, the Williams gets past the racing point, and the racing point has nothing to answer. As the racing point has to watch out now for Greeny, who gets a great exit. Oh, there's more contact, which almost takes him out. Round the outside though, got to give him space. Oh, he goes off the track again. God, he's gonna have to be careful, and we get the track glitch now, and just look how much pace. What's going on with the racing point? Is he running a default setup or something? Because now he's just lost 2 positions in like the straight. As Dre and Callum are going side by side now. I don't know for what position though. Is it 15th? Is it 16th? Is it 12th? What is it? And Sam still on the lead. Both Ferraris 3rd and 4th. As you can see, Nanabecker now going to make a move on the McLaren of AMS for 5th place. Gets the car ahead. AMS tries to switch. Can't get the best exit. No DRS yet. DRS will be enabled next lap. However though, has AMS got the straight line speed? He's gaining. He is gaining now. He's going to make a move possibly. He's going for it. On the inside, into that technically hairpin corner. Going in side by side. A bit of wheel banging in. Nanabecker tries to switch back. Can't make it work. But will he try and come back? Go for a lunge maybe? No, he doesn't. We will keep an eye on other actions on the grid. As Junior, I think, so also getting attacked for 14th place. We'll go back on board with him actually. He's just trying his best. CC's doing a very good job with that wing damage and hasn't pit on medium tyres. Let's look how much gate time Nanabecker gained then on the AMS, but then goes wide and exceeds track limits a little bit. That's possibly a warning. tyres there's yellows, and there's Juho out of the race, and there's a safety car again. What? Oh no, and I already see some. Please don't tell me Greeny's backed off completely. No 5-second ignores. That's good. There's no glitch yet. And this help Infinite catch up. And this can actually help CC. CC can go hard tyres, or another fresh set of mediums, or go softs, pit, get wing chains, and pit again, go mediums. But I think the best option is to go hard tyres to the end. Because a couple of the soft runners will do that, of course. But the medium runners, I think they'll stay out and risk track position. And risk being a pit stop down, since they will be on the soft tyres at the end of Infinite finally gets past Juho. As Juho then is the first retirement, official retirement of this race. That is a shame there for him, as he's still only got 1 point to his name, I believe. So he will be disappointed with that, and hoping for some more points next time out. And the funny thing is, we actually had DRS this lap, and it's just been stopped instantly, so they're going to have to wait another couple of laps. And this is interesting what Sam decides to do. Does he decide to pit? Does he decide to stay out? And the Ferraris, if they're going to have to play it smart as well, because they're going to have to double stack. Is anyone going in? No, they are staying out. No, they're not. 3 gloves is in. And in my opinion, that is the best strategy we could have done. As long as he goes on the hard tyres, that is. Dino's also in. There's also a Haas, a Williams. Big C it is, big C. So let's see what the Ferrari crew do. Is he going to get held up? I think he might. Oh, he's getting held up by 2 cars there. Bugatti and Dino held him up in the Ferraris. Pit box. Stiggles then is leaving the pit lane in 10th place as Bugatti. Big C now coming in, and he's actually hurt CC a little bit as he's got a double stack. And also getting a wing replaced, as Greeny also looked like he had a wing replaced as well. Oh, it's Junior is coming down the road. Will he get ahead of Greeny? He's going to get ahead of CC, but he stays behind Greeny at the moment. So CC now leaving the garage as Infinite then, as who did cause the chaos with CC in 17th, will be just behind him and trying to catch up. Oh then, 3 gloves is the only person on hard tyres. The rest of the guys who did pit under the safety car are either on mediums or on soft tyres. So this is going to be interesting, and let's see how it does play out as we wait until we go back to green flag racing. Well, Sam, don't get too close to the safety car. You don't want to get wing damage. So it's got to still out, but I think it should come in this lap then. Since everyone is caught up. CC's on soft tyres. That's interesting. Surely the safety car's got to come in this lap. Excellent. Sifcott will be coming in this lap then. Yes, CC did pit. Tom, it is me. Oh, here we go. Nah, Crypto's not in this tip. Sam then will be beginning the green flag race then as we go. Green, green, green. And he's got a great start there. Nobody's making overtakes at the moment as we go further down the grid. Oh, actually, we might see an overtake now. We see Bugatti making a move on 3 gloves. Going on the inside. Seago's on hard. Seago doesn't really need to battle this. He lets him through. Bugatti there. Oh, and I can see Greeny going for a massive dive there. Almost hit Big City there, it looked like. He needs to be careful that he doesn't cause a collision with the owner of PSGL, because that ain't the best thing to do. Zurich Jr. picks up twisting time penalty on the restart, so that isn't good for him as AMS is actually closing back up on Oogie. Oogie then in 3rd place. And McLaren's then, I know they're not teammates, could be looking for a good result. Let's go on board with Greeny actually. 3 gloves and Greeny going side by side, and Greeny then makes a move into 11th place. Big C then in 13th, must have been overtaken by Greeny. Greeny however is on soft tyres. Big C on mediums, so he's going to be trying to stretch them on the Williams as he's actually now getting challenged by Dino right behind him. So we'll get a rear camera shot right now, and you can just see there, look at the Williams really struggling there. That was very dangerous there. Could have caused a collision with Dino, but Dino is looking hungry. Doesn't get a good exit though at that final corner. Needs to buy his time as he could be overtaken by CC. And look at CC now. CC making a move on the inside into the hairpin corner, and he's going for it. And he is now into 14th place. And Dino has now lost position because of that mistake he had on that final corner. As Jesus, what an absolute overtake there from Dino, as Big C has left the session, and hopefully he can make it back. That's a shame there, Drew, for what happened. But Big C then is out of the race at the moment unless he can make it back in the session. We can see now Bugatti now making a move on Callum Anderson, who I said in the Twitter chat who I would like to win the race, but he's not doing it at the moment, but he is on the medium tyres in 8th place. Yeah, and I also agree with you on that, Juho. Last year's game was miles better on the handling, I feel. Even though people say it hasn't changed, it has changed a lot. Its DRS has now been enabled. Bugatti is now trying to attack the other Haas of Ash, who's currently on soft tyres, 7 lap old softs. So, here comes Bugatti. Will he go for a dive? And the answer is no, he stays behind. So, the FP champion will be having to wait. Will he actually be able to defend this title this season? There's no overtakes at the moment, but we could see an overtake possibly from CC and against 3 gloves. 3 gloves is getting the DRS, but he can't keep up. As now here comes CC then making a move on the inside on the soft tyre. French point leader now into 12th place. I just missed an overtake from Ash. Actually, speak about Ash, he's actually peeling into the pits. So he's going for his scheduled pit stop. And we'll be going on the medium tyres to the end, as it has confirmed that he is going on the mediums. So that is interesting then, as we go on board with Greeny, who's now going to try and make a move on Callum Anderson. Going on the inside, Callum gives him plenty of space. And it looks like Callum just doesn't really want to fight him right now, so it's on a different strategy. As Callum's on a 1-stop, Greeny's technically on a 2-stop. So an overtake for the behind now as Junior has been overtaken by Infinite for 14th place. As now we're going to go on board with the fight for the lead. Right now, Game Freaker and Sam starting to pull away from third place of Oogie, who's currently 1 second behind, who's actually getting caught by MS. We'll keep an eye on that fight as well. But here comes McLaren then. He is getting DRS and Slipstream. He's got plenty of straight line speed to close up, but is he close enough to make a dive? He's not using all of his DRS, so he's going to have to wait a little bit. I don't see any overtakes in the background. We're going to go on board with Sam now. Let's see what Game Freak can do in this sector. See how much Game Freak actually closes up. He actually closes quite a lot there in the braking zones. As the gap now to AMS, Oogie and Game Freak at 1.2 seconds now. Gap lead from AMS 2.3 seconds. As Game Freak appeals into the pits for the undercut strategy. It's interesting. Oogie is going to get the slipstream to gain a little bit on Sam, but he could be under threat then by AMS in the next stage of the race. Game Freak is the only one on the pits, and he's going hard instead of mediums like Ash went on the Haas. He's going mediums probably to the end. It's going to be very interesting what happens as CC now moves into 8th place. But he's actually safe enough to be 8th because he will still need to make a pit stop. Lap 10 out of 28. CC is trying to catch up with Callum Anderson, currently in 7th yet again. But we could also see an overtake from Cowboy, who's challenging Dre in the championship fight, so championship rivals are quite close. As Dre's actually going to make a move on CC. I wasn't actually expecting that from Dre. He sent it on him, but CC, with the experience, keeps him behind for now. Three Globes is now getting overtaken by Dino. Dino's going around the outside. This is going to be very interesting then. Who's going to be ahead of who? Who's it going to be? Red Bull versus Ferrari. Who's got it? And it's Dino, but Three Gloves is coming back. Gets a brilliant switchback. Great move there from Three Gloves. Re-overtakes for 11th place, but as he kept it though, Dino isn't that far behind as we get a rear view shot. Dino doesn't get DRS. That's going to hurt him a little bit as Sam peels into the pits. Will Game Freaker be able to jump him? I think he might. Let's go on board with that actually, or unless Dino's about to make a move. As here comes Game Freaker. He's going to be close. They're going to be side by side into the hairpins. We get a terrible camera shot. And Game Freaker then is getting a good run. Sam Thompson has to give him space, has to give him plenty of space. He's side by side now, these two. As they're approaching the S section, Game Freaker overtakes him and is into 14th place. Sam drops to 15th and will be disappointed, but he's on the faster compound of tyre. He's on mediums. So, Game Freaker could be in a bit of trouble. As we move back on board with the action for P4, actually, or is Nano safe? No, Nano isn't safe. Bugatti is going for 3rd place. He's making a move. Now he's in 3rd. Nano drops to 4th as we're going to go on board with Dino, who's probably going to make an easy move on Three Gloves. It's on a different compound of tyre. And Dino then into 10th place. Three Gloves is now dropped behind, and Game Freaker managed to defend from Sam. Sam then in 15th. Still no joy to get past Game Freaker. Gap between him and leader from Game Freaker is 16.1 seconds. As Oogie, AMS are in the pits. Bugatti stays out for another lap. But he can stay out for a bit longer since he's on fresher soft compared to the guys from the start of the race. Let's have a look then. So, Three Gloves then moves into 8th place then, not going to the end. Callum Anderson now into 4th. So it's Junior and Infinite still fighting side by side. Ooh, very close. Oh, and look at Game Freak, where's he come from? He's just gone into 10th place, saw a gap and just sent it. He and Sam picks up a 3-second time penalty, which could be crucial in the race. As Ulrich is now going to try and re-overtake Sam as he was overtaken. But look at Game Freaker, Infinite defends, that's his defensive move then. And here comes Game Freaker now, he's making the move, going around the inside, down the straight, and it's got a car between him and Sam now. And we can see there's Oogie, and there is AMS in the background with then Ash, not that far behind, in 15th. As Game Freaker then moves into 9th place. Gap to leader now between him is 13.8 seconds. Zugi's left the session. Oh no, that isn't good. Hopefully he can get back in the lobby as quick as possible, because right now he's about to get overtaken by AMS. As Nano peels into the pits, as we're going to go on board with Three Gloves then, who's going to move up another position now. He's into 7th place and is going to the end of the race. So we could see Three Gloves actually take the lead of this race. Let's see what the gap between him and the guy behind him is. 5.7 seconds on the same tyre. Now Infinite is on medium 10 laps, and let's see who hasn't pitted out of the guys ahead. It is actually Cowboy and Callum Anderson. They still need to make a pit stop. So Three Gloves then will move into 5th place. However, Dino, CC and Greeny and Bugatti will also still need to make another pit stop. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly 6. Yeah, so right now Three Gloves is in that position, but look at Infinite making mistakes, and look at Ulrich Junior now taking the advantage, making the move and going into 10th place. Will Infinite fight back? No, he doesn't. Infinite has to stay behind and have to wait for a long straight. He has got the DRS this time. So is Infinite going to get Ulrich back, as these guys have been fighting? As these guys are going side by side again, this time, oh, very close to Ulrich Junior's front wing then. Look at AMS now. He is getting closer and closer now to Ulrich and looking for points. For some reason the intervals have glitched out. I'm guessing that's because of Oogie rejoining. That has now fixed itself. But right now, look at Ulrich now making a mistake. AMS is looking hungry and he's sending it like a rocket ship into 11th place there. So AMS moves up in position, but he's got to watch from Ulrich Jr. Gets a great exit, and look at the straight line speed of this McLaren compared to the Racing Point. Is he going to go for a dive on Infinite? Yes, he is. He's sending that, and he's got a bit of contact, bit of not wing damage, bit of wheel banging, and he's still going side by side now into the S section. This could end in tears. And AMS gets the car ahead. He's ahead of Infinite, but what about Ulrich Jr.? Will he have an answer? He completely cuts that corner and tries to stay with him, but it's not helping him right now. Oh, as I was about to go on board with Nana Bacon makes the move and moves into 12th place. Great move there from Nana Bacon. As we'll keep an eye on the front fight as well. Sam Thompson and Game Freaker keeping up as close as possible. Oh, it looks like mistake there from Ulrich Junior's Nana Bacon now is about to make a move on Infinite in the Red Bull. As Infinite just pulls alongside and lets Nano through to try and get the switch back, and oh, could have worked. Bit of contact on the rear end. Luckily no wing damage. Ulrich Jr. there goes wide again, picks up a 3-second time penalty. As right now though, when will Bugatti, Greeny and CC peel into the pits on those 10 lap soft tyres? Noah Beckenham has got ahead as AMS now is 2.9 seconds off Game Freak in the other McLaren. As we're going to go on the action for third place, sorry, second place actually, in fact. There's an actual right nice fight, and that's because Greeny's tyres are starting to fall off a cliff. Greeny gets an okay exit, but is he safe? I don't think he is. Look at that Renault straight line speed. And Callum Anderson moves into second place. Will anybody else go for an overtake? No. Everyone else can't be close enough as Greeny tries to get him back. Can't make it work. Will he dive it? Will he be as aggressive as he was earlier on in the race? Not at the moment. He has to wait his turn. Callum's got a gap though to Bugatti is 2.5 seconds. So Callum has locked answer in the Renault today. As Cowboy peels in the pits on medium tyres. That's an early start on Williams. I thought they would have at least gone 18 laps, but he's gone in. Callum Anderson will have to make a pit stop soon. That's 3 laps into 6th now. Gap to Callum Green now 1.2 seconds. Just look how close CC's gaining, and they're on the same tyre compound. .8 seconds to Bugatti and Callum now. Ugi and Ulrich are fighting as well further down the grid. Is CC getting close enough? No, he's not. I thought we're going to go on infinite. Is he safe from Ugi? And I don't think he is. Here comes Ugi then, ready to make an overtake. Guys, we'll see another overtake further behind in the background. That's Ash on Ulrich Jr. moving into 13th place. That is Ugi making a move on infinite to take 11th. And Ash almost rear-ends the Red Bull there and almost missed his braking zone. As he's now past Ulrich, Ugi's now past infinite now. As these guys are really struggling on the pace. Dino has now closed up on CC and Greeny now. Or, no, Greeny's actually in the pits. So Greeny's pit, and CC then sets out for one more lap. As Ash picks up 3 second time penalty for corner cutting. Cowboy's now just got past Ulrich. Got this action all over the place. Ulrich is really struggling on the rear end. Cowboy's having a bit of lag. AMS has new fast start, 35.654, I believe that said. Yep, 654 indeed. As now he'll be probably making a dive on infinite into the hairpin. Nope, he stays behind. As we get a nice nose camera shot there. And has he got him on the exit? And he has. Good move there from Cowboy. Moves into 12th place as Dino picks up another 3 second time penalty. As Greeny has left the pits on another set of softs in 15th place. As now we will move on board with Dino, who's now challenging CC for 3rd place. But is he going to dive it? Is he just going to send it on him? CC defends a little bit. Oh, Dino's thinking about going on the outside. He's still trying to think about it. So we're going to go on a rear camera shot now. Oh, bit of contact there. Dino's really trying to go around the outside. He's getting caught by Spriggles a little bit now, though. 1.3 seconds, and he's on the hard coming tyre. And here comes Dino. He absolutely sends it. And he goes into 3rd place then. Dino now moves into 3rd as CC drops to 4th. Probably will be making his pit stop. As Callum Anderson now is really catching up on Bugatti. Bugatti now 5/10. The gap is 5/10. Is Bugatti pinning? Yes, he is, but so is Callum Anderson. This is a good strategy for Callum because he can go on another set of soft tyres and go to the end. Same with Bugatti though, so it's going to be interesting how these guys go through the grid. As Dino will take the provisional lead, but is it the net lead though? Strigels now is catching up with Sam Thompson's not that far behind him in 3rd place on medium tyres. They're on 6 lap mediums compared to the 13 lap hards. Let's see what can happen as Cowboy sits new fast lap 24.7. There's a lot of people now are on the soft tyre. Come on, some picks will 3-second time penalty already on those softs. No overtakes yet from these guys, but there's a possible overtake from Bugatti on Ash for 9th place, but he also has to watch out behind him from Greeny, Andre and Callum Anderson. As the lead now has just lapped Big C, as Ash then is under attack now. I think he can actually take them to the end, to be honest. The hard's actually a quite durable tyre, so I think they can make them to the end and actually get the position. As Ash is defending, or trying his best to defend from Greeny. Greeny's on soft, he's got nothing to answer, but Greeny's going to have to give him a little bit of space to go side by side with the fast right-hander. Greeny just gets his car ahead, but Ash hasn't finished with him. He almost tries to send it back on him, and that's completely ruined his run. And look at Callum Anderson now, he's on soft tyres, ready to make a move. Let's see what Callum can do then. As Dino peels into the PSGL in sector 3, that is a Red Bull, that is Infinite. Infinite is round, Callum does the dummy, goes to the outside into the hairpin corner. Side by side they go, and locks up a little bit from both drivers and gets the position. Callum Anderson moves into 10th, Ash drops to 11th and is out of the points. Championship points leader is in 12th place currently, trying to close up as he picks up a penalty actually, so I'll give him a bit of commentator's curse, but look how close Callum Anderson is for Greeny. He's really hungry for that position. As Sam Thompson is 5/10, actually I might have to go on board with 3 gloves any second, because Sam Thompson might try and make an overtake. It looks like he is going to make an overtake possibly. Yes he is, he sends it, going on the inside and makes the move. It's a good try for 3 gloves to try the one-stop strategy, but he could still come back in this race. Only lap 19 out of 28, plenty of laps to sometimes to make a mistake or have issues with his tyres. Callum Anderson now makes the exact same overtake on Greeny and gets the position. And we see now almost 3 wide, almost there. Dre was thinking about making a move on Ash. Ash defends. Dre is trying to make a move on Ash. The C-Sten into 11th, closing up on Greeny. Greeny picked up a 3-second time penalty. Struggling under pressure then. That's Bugatti now in the 7th. Ugi does the switch. Bugatti goes completely deep. And the champion could almost have been schooled there, but he keeps his nerve and holds 7th place. Game Freaking, who's starting to close up on 3 gloves. Dino picks up 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, and he's in 14th. Still no overtakes from anybody yet. Game Freak though has closed up the 3 gloves now, 4/10. We'll make an overtake very soon. Freaking now 16 of those units, that's new fast lap, 33.810 on soft tyres. Is Three Gloves safe, or is he in trouble? McLaren is closing up quite quickly. No, Game Freak decides not to go for the dive and waits his turn. Scott Manson's got to pass past the other Ferrari, Boogie. You can just see the grip difference. And yep, Game Freak is sending it. Big Love sees this, tries to switch. Will he get the traction? Oh, not the best traction out of there, and he's not going to get it. He's now dropped to 3rd place, and that dirt, yeah, is going to absolutely cripple his car, and it's going to probably help AMS close up. As one lap 21 out of 28, not that many laps left of this race. Will Three Gloves try and come back at him? Or will AMS answer and take 3rd place? AMS answers and he does take 3rd place. As Greeny picks up a penalty, and Ash, so they're rocking up penalties quite quickly. But Three Gloves is not safe. Nana Bacon isn't that far off him, but Nana Bacon could possibly get a 3rd place if he keeps up with this pace. And Nana Bacon can't make the overtake yet because Three Gloves is still staying within DRS, and this is because Game Freak and AMS starting to close up on each other and not keeping up with Sam. His gap now is 1.8 seconds, but if I remember correctly, Sam has a penalty. So Sam isn't actually the confirmed winner yet. As we're on lap 22 out of 28, will be lap 23 out of 28 very soon. As the 20 point leader currently in 10th place, we'll actually go on board with him in a minute. But is Three Gloves safe? Let's have a look. Yeah, he's pretty safe. Not possibly going to make an overtake yet. Dre picks up a 3-second time penalty. And CC kind of close though, as Greeny's in the pit. So that's what we heard, the siren. Greeny's in the pit lane and will be going on for another set of soft tyres. And it looks like a wing replacement, so he must have some damage or something. So it didn't look like he had damage, but he must have, as he's in the pit lane, fresh soft tyres and looking to go for the fastest lap, which is currently held by Oak Jr. at 33.8. His best lap, or his best PB, is a 36 flat as Infinite has given up and went 16th. So he is out, and Big C will then go into 16th, even though he's not here. Well then, as we move back on board with Three Gloves, is Nana Bacon going to make a move yet? No, not at the moment. He's thinking about it, but stays behind. But he is quicker, and if Three Gloves keeps making little errors, Nana Bacon can make a move quite easily. The yellow flags for the Red Bull there, they retired. Right now on board with the action between Three Gloves and Nana Bacon on lap 24 to 28. As Ash picks up another 3-second time penalty. Ash is picking up quite a lot of penalties now. I think that's his 3rd penalty, so that's probably 9 seconds worth. And that's going to affect him as Three Gloves now is setting his better personal best in sector 1. So is he coming back? Are the mediums on the McLaren already starting to die? Actually, let's see what gap between him and the leader is. It's 3.4 seconds, so if Sam gets, he needs to actually close up a little bit more if he wants a chance to actually jump Sam and actually be on the podium. As Daniel still can't close up. Diggo's now 8/10 off AMS. Gap to leader between him and now is 3.3 seconds. Stabilised to 3.4. There's yellows. Is that Mr. Ashbest? It is Ash. He has done a bottle. He's lost it somehow. And he has no win. Moves into 4th place. 3 gloves into 5th. Scoreboy picks up another 3-second time penalty. As we go on board with Game Freak and AMS. That's Green since new fast lap. 73.6. 2/10 quicker than Ulrich Jr., who was in the racing point. Greeny picks up another 3-second time penalty though. As not that many laps left now, as we're about to start lap 26 very soon, as Sam is still under threat. He's now getting re-caught by Game Freak, and this is where the mediums are going to start dying off. And the hards are going to start to work. So let's see what Game Freak can do now. He's 8/10 currently. Gap now second, Game Freaker and Sam. Gap's closed. Gap's the leader between Nano and Sam, 3.6 seconds. So Sam, even with his penalty, I think could be safe. We're on lap 26, soon we're starting lap. Ash picks with another 3-second time penalty, so we'll be starting lap 27 soon. He's defending, Game Freak is closing though. Sam is in trouble now, his tyres are starting to fall off a cliff, and Game Freaker's tyres are starting to be in the optimal window to attack for the lead of this race. As we're on lap 27 out of 28, action is still happening for the race lead. Sam gets an okay exit, but I don't think it's enough to stop, as we see Cal Manson possibly going to be making a move on 3 gloves. So Ron Renault's making an overtake. Ron Renault might lose the position. Here comes 3 gloves, here comes Game Freaker, sorry, and makes the move. Callum Anderson has now moved into 5th place, as we will see this action. Greedy picks up another 3-second time penalty. And McLaren and Renault going side by side. Sam has to give him a bit more space than this, and he is, and Game Freaker now sends it. Sam's going to do the switchback. Oh, very close. Has to back off there on the throttle, because if he didn't, he would have hit the side of Game Freaker, and Game Freaker takes the lead, and Sam drops to 2nd. Yeah, those tyres are completely destroyed for Ugi, and also he did lag out as well, which didn't help him. As didn't they? Are they going to lap Big C again? They actually are. They're going to actually lap Big C again. I wonder what the AI is on. As right now then, Game Cricket is still in lead. We're on the last lap of this race. Can Callum Anderson get one more position? Can he move into 4th place? And he's really closing up on Annabek. Now look how close he's gaining. He wants this position. He knows he has a penalty, but he wants the position for 4th to get decent points. He could even get 3rd if he's lucky. As Greeny and Ash are just rocking up the penalties. And hang on a minute, what's going on here? Oh no. Why do I have a weird feeling Norwich Junior's just took out Greeny? And I think he has, as he's just crashed into the wall, and yeah, I think somebody has took Greeny out, which isn't the best thing to do. Well then, back on board with the action. Game Cricket. Will he win the race, or will penalty change it? As Norwich is retired on track as well. Game Freaker then, round the final 2 corners. Will be taking the win on track, but as Sam got it. Game Freaker wins, Sam takes the win instead actually. And AMS will finish 3rd, Nano 4th, Calmanson in 5th, 3 goes 4th, Annabek in 5th, Calman 6th, Cowboy 8th now, Bugatti 7th, CC will take 9th, and Oogie will finish off in 10th, or will he? Yes, he will. Dre then will round up in 12th. Dre takes 11th then, Dino drops to 12th, he had a bit more penalties than I thought, and Ash has survived and will be finishing in 13th, however Greeny would have been further ahead if whatever happened between him and Ulrich didn't happen. And Ash has completely bottled it. Let's look at that. Ash yet again struggling and spins across the line and takes 13th place. Yeah, I know he was very close there. If there wasn't the hard issues, if the hards were performing a bit better, the mediums died off a bit earlier on, I think he could have got 3rd. Well then, here is your podiums. Sam then does actually take the win by penalties, and obviously he has to have the selfie. Both McLaren drivers of Game Freak in 2nd, Amos in 3rd place then. So top 3 all Renault engine powers, and congratulations to them. Well then, here are your official results, and the only 2 people who didn't get a penalty are both Roy drivers, 3 gloves and Oogie. Sam then takes the win, Game Freak is 2nd, Amos 3rd, 3 gloves 4th, Nana Bacon in 5th, Calmanson 6th, Bugatti 7th, Cowboy in 8th, CC in 9th, Oogie in 10th, Dre 11th, Dino 12th, Ash in 13th, Ulrich Jr. who finished 14th, but probably getting investigated for whatever happened between him and Greeny, who got the fastest lap, unfortunately not scored any points since he was 15th. Big C, who lagged out on like lap 5, finished 16th in Infinite, who DNF'd today in 17th, and Duo Finn, who unfortunately DNF'd quite early on in the race, in 18th place. Well then, this has been PSGL FP tier, season 26, round number 13 at USA. I've been your commentator, Aaron Leon, or Jared Fosbury. Hope you guys have enjoyed the content, and hope you guys want to see some more for FP next week, and if you want to see more the other tiers, just wait till Thursday for F10 and F11. See you guys next time. Goodbye for now.